going on, everybody? It's your boy Doc Illuminati back with another video. First, I want to say shout out to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the content creators that I'll be following, listening to, New Breed, Mark the Messenger, Nick Jones, feel me? It's a few others. And also shout out to Too Truthful 81, one of my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been there for support, understand the topics that I speak on, all that. I gotta show love, dog. I'm showing the support right back. So shout out to you, soldier. You feel me? Shout out to the rest of the soldiers that's in the background or whatever. But we're gonna talk about this today, man. What are we talking about? We're talking about, well, I want to say communism, but we're gonna start with economy and how they're getting ready to turn it into communism because of economy. They're gonna get you with food, shelter, health. They might even get you with these electronics. Feel me? Computers, networking, stuff like that. It might shut you down, right? But they're gonna use the networking for a while so they can continue their witchcraft and manipulating people and choosing with the algorithms or who you gonna see here. But I don't give a damn if we at the bottom of the algorithms, nigga. We still in there, and some of y'all still gonna hear us. So if you come by these type of messages, then you blessed just to have somebody that's on the same page and same type time as you is and understand certain things. You feel me? I had a guy that came through the shop earlier this morning and was trying to give me that good old talk, trying to get me, you know, keeping my faith elevated and the confidence that the Most High gave me, right? But see, everybody can't see me like that dude did. You feel me? Because when he wanted to talk to me today, we're talking about a real soldier. You understand? Whatever it was he saw in me, man, he saw something in me that a lot of people that's even close to me can't see. Started talking to me about things that almost broke me, my nigga, in front of my peoples, cuz I ain't even want to hear the conversation no more. I want to cut it off. Yeah, I ain't talking about the Most High, but I want to cut it off, right? Cause you hitting deep, cuz, right? I bet. I take all that, man. You feel me? And I never shun that activity. You feel me? Whatever it is that stirred up in my spirit because of what this dude was saying today. You feel me? A real soldier of God. A real soldier of God was speaking to me. And bro, almost broke, my nigga. Come on, dog. Like, especially because of who he is and how we introduced ourselves. Basically, soldier to soldier. You feel me, nigga? We don't crack, right? But homie had the Lord speaking through him today. And I'm just like, that's cool. I enjoy those words. And the Most High, I know that you speak to me about them same things in my spirit. But this confirmation right here, this confirmation is painful, dog. This confirmation is being exposed in front of my folks, nigga, right? Because, hey, listen, everybody that might think, y'all niggas might think I'm fucking rich or something. There's people that think I'm rich, nigga. I ain't rich, bro. Your boy hurting like the rest of America, nigga. Out here striving and struggling. I've been a hustler since I was little, nigga. Ain't just it. Anything you see me accomplish is because I'm a go-getter. That's it. But that don't mean that don't come with hard times, cuz. You feel me? So we all in the same predicament to a certain extent, right? So I ain't here to play fraud or funny and act like, you know, I got everything is copacetic, because it's not, dog. It never really was, ever. You feel me? I've been saying this since I got on here. I've been saying this. I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I ain't got shit to hide, motherfucker. Like, nigga, the most that I had to hide from the people was my attitude. And sometimes that aggression that y'all see. That was the biggest thing that I ever wanted to hide. As far as coming to let you niggas know, you know, how your boy well-being is and all that, dog, I am not afraid to tell people, you know, my mental health at the moment. Feel me? Because I always been like that. Up or down, nigga. I always been like that. So I could be up. Like I'm up right now. I'm blessed right now. But that don't change things. That don't change the fluctuation of the mentality that I have sometimes, or the mood that I be in sometimes. And I know that if you know you're a person like that, you can understand. That ain't shit. That shit ain't bipolar, nigga. They got all these fucking weird ass energies rolling around in the universe, programmed to do certain things to you, turn you into certain things, put a certain energy on you. But you ready to agree with them and say, you know what? I went to the doctors and they diagnosed me with bipolar. You feel me? But that's not really the case. The whole case. The case is, don't nobody carry the same energy every single day. Period. I don't give a damn how happy you was yesterday. You ain't gonna be that happy today. I don't care how mad you was yesterday. You ain't gonna be that mad today. Sad, same thing. Right? So it's not like it's an emotional roller coaster that you're on. We're dealing with spirits out here. And some of them spirits, a lot of y'all gotta stop entertaining them. Right? We're talking about people, places, things. Those things are things you pick up on your own. Right? But even with that being said, right? We're only human and we can only take so much. So we be having these effects that we go through certain things when our spirit is not full. And sometimes it could be because of the things that we choose to do. Like drink too much, smoke too much, you're smoking out all the whatever you're smoking, right? And listen, I'm not going to tell you that I'm completely free from any of them things, dog. Because then once you take care of those matters, right? You still got sugar, amount of beef that you eating, or sweets and stuff like that. Taking care of your body, taking care of the temple, getting the proper amount of sleep, drinking enough water. All those things is the same accountability to those things I just spoken of when it comes to consumption and the things that we consume in these temples of the Most High that He gave us, right? So anything that we know that is not good that we put in our body. And here I am, so I still drink Monster energy drinks. I told y'all a couple months ago that I was gonna have to stop drinking them. I said I was gonna stop drinking them. I didn't. I put it off for a little bit, but I picked it up again. You feel me? I don't know if it's a habit or what, but I feel in my spirit that the Most High didn't want me drinking it, right? But then I picked it up again. Hey, like I said, I'm just being 1,000, bro. Why? Because these are the things that, I ain't talking about everything that I do, but we got things in our life that you get used to, right? I ain't gonna say it's addictive, and I don't have an addictive personality. And if I do, I'm only addicted to the Most High. And if I'm gonna be a fool for Him, if things ain't going right, and you still see me worship Him, that's because I'm addicted. I'm really addicted. I'm a godhead. You know, a crackhead, nigga. I'm a godhead, bro. So no matter how good I'm doing, how bad I'm doing, I'm always gonna want that, bro. You feel me? I'm always gonna want that, no matter how I am. You understand? So, you know, and I leave that to be between me and the Most High when it comes to my relationship with Him. I don't have to get my relationship validated by anybody that I speak to when I speak on the Most High, right? So you shouldn't be following no man at all. You know, you can take lessons and you can learn from men by being a follower of the Most High. So if you see His men out there that conducting in certain ways that He constructed them to conduct in, then you can follow that because that's all part of the structure, right? So it's like more like eat the meat, spit out the bone. You're gonna have to do that with any kind of prophet. We talking pastors and preachers. If you're in front of a real prophet, I'm gonna tell you like this: you eat the meat, you spit out the bone, because the bone is characteristics of that person. Okay? And some of y'all get tied up with them bones. You feel me? And you start judging everything off the bone. You can't do that. You gotta judge about the spirit, how the spirit operating inside that body. What is that spirit doing? You judge the person off of their fruits that they bear. That's why the Bible told you that. Because more than likely, no matter the characteristics of the man of the Most High, He's going to carry the fruits of the Spirit. You understand? And if you can judge those off those things, then you'll have clear judgment. But that's your task, and that's your job and responsibility to be able to judge by those things, because that's what the Most High told you to judge by. Okay? So you can look at everybody Talking about niggas ain't perfect and all this nigga. You talking the wrong shit. Feel me? Because we ain't talking about us. We talking about what are we doing? What efforts are we putting in? What fruits are we bearing? What work are we doing for the Spirit of God? Right? Right. So if you listen to this message, it's obvious that we putting in work. Anyway, we back. Video cut off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rolling. That's how we do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. It's just continuation on things. But like I was saying, we doing the work for the Most High, right? Our number one priority job is to spread the good news of God, the gospel of the Most High. So if the Lord did something for you, if he got you out of a sticky situation, don't keep that to yourself. Because just like you ain't been reading that word and you ain't got them scriptures, right? You do know what he done did for you, right? All right. Well, get on your test. But spread that word. Don't you understand how much more effective? Let me tell you something. And I got proof, and it's in Isaiah, and I'll bring that to y'all if you want to see it. But the proof that our testimonies is one of the strongest messages of the gospel that you could provide without any scripture. That's how you draw people in. Sinners. Stronger than Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Why? Because you're a living example. You're right there. You're a living testimony. You're right there. You didn't leave the document behind 2,000 years ago. You a person here in this time that understands what they understand in this time. And how the Most High is working for you, orchestrating for you. They're going to relate to that a lot more than Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Revelation, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Why? Because a lot of people don't even like to read. But you know what they do read? People. You know what they do notice? People. So getting up there and trying to preach all the time, maybe that's not always it. Because in the Bible, when it said that after his wrath, in the midst of his wrath, how people were going to be getting turned over, right? And transformed to the Most High, because he still got his men out there operating and spreading the word. But what word are we going to be spreading then? He didn't say that it was going to be the gospel and the word of God and all the scriptures and stuff. He didn't say that. He said it was going to be basically be off of our testimonies and how we were being taken care of in the midst of all the destruction. And that ultimately was what turned the people over at the end of the day, right? So if you don't believe me, watch. They still we got the word out, right? There's a lot of people still ignoring the Most High. They're suffering. They're going through homelessness and everything. And they still choosing not to pick up that Bible. They still choosing not to stop on that page that they shouldn't have scrolled past when they heard that message. They still choose not to do those things, right? But when they run into somebody like me, and I tell them how I had a worse circumstance than they did, but I'm in a better situation than they are, boof, their eyes open. That's what Isaiah said. And I'm going to go get them scriptures, because in the midst of all this, that's what's going to turn a lot of the people back into the hands of the Most High, or the people who don't believe right now. That's what I say. You talking about a merciful God, bro? This God is so merciful that even when we out here pouring his wrath, yeah, I said he's still saving you niggas. He's still giving you an opportunity to be saved until you're dead. Until it's over for you. You got all the way till your death to do this, right? Things is going to get shitty. It's going to get bad. It's going to get evil. It's going to be demonic. As much as you would wish that the Most High was pulling you out without you saying nothing. But this ain't the way it's going to work. You're going to have to stretch your hand forth. Right? See, he's going to stretch his hand forth to some, but he's going to pull it back from many. That's what he revealed to me. That he was going to stretch his hand forth, and to those who had their hands out, they're going to make that connection with him. And then he's going to pull them under his garment. The same garment that's destroying everything else. His garment, his wrath is in his garment. His blessings and protection also is in his garment. What's the garment? The garment is that black coat of mist. This blackness, antimatter. Call it what you want to call it, right? But it's antimatter, right? The same thing that makes up space, the same thing that makes up everything. But that's what they ain't tell you about antimatter. They tell you it's a very powerful substance, but they don't tell you that it's the author of everything. It's the beginning and the end. Well, that's very familiar because the Most High said, the Most High, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the Holy Spirit said, he is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. There's people out here think that that's Jesus, my nigga. Bro, Jesus ain't the beginning and the end, nigga. He's not. Bro, as a matter of fact, he was the beginning of the world's salvation. So how could it be the beginning and the end? Because before him, there was no salvation for the world. So it had to be a beginning. But the beginning for that came and it took Jesus. It took Jesus. So who was the beginning and the end before that then? Because can that person have done what Jesus did? Yeah. But that's the person who spared you, Jesus. That's the person who made Jesus, Jesus Christ. Who made Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ? Y'all think y'all did by giving him a nickname. No, Christ made him Jesus Christ, bro. By giving him his power. His power. I'm trying to tell you, yo, we gonna really get deep, dog. We gonna get deep, because I know I like to talk a lot of ish, but your boy gotta come out with the information again. We gonna go back to CERN. We're going to get back to the demons. We're going to get back to the angels. We're going to talk about that black mist, too. That's going to cover this earth, Doug. That God's going to leash over the whole earth. And if you ain't covered by it, there's no way that there's any protection for you. Because everything that's orchestrated under that realm is working for that realm. And remember, he tells these things who to touch. When he says that not to touch the one with the seal of God on their forehead, who do you think he's talking to? What do you think he's talking to? Huh? You think he's talking to people, nigga? Now he's talking to entities. It's not one entity, nigga. It's many entities. There was always many entities. But these ones are physical. These ones are getting ready to clash in our realm. When these realms are getting ready to coexist. One of them realms, I told y'all, is my world, nigga. Mine's. Like, I run the shit, bro. Alright? All it takes is a few particles. They off a few particles right now. You don't think CERN in there doing their job? They doing their job. Everything on this planet doing their job. I want to say except for you, but y'all doing your job too. The only job you got to do right now is being patient, because you realize nothing's working. Did you realize patience and that it's in the Most High's hands? And you just living out somebody else's story, right? Y'all niggas starting to realize that shit now, ain't you? I told y'all. But you gotta know the story to know how to live it. Because if you know how to live the story, then you living. I ain't start living yet, because I ain't got my part in the story, dog. That's why I'm working towards it, because I'm like, dog, I feel like I'm gonna die if I don't get to live. I don't get to live if I don't do my part. See what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm here for. See what I'm saying? Do you know what you're here for? If you don't, I think it's better to make a more closer connection with the Most High. Because I'm going to tell you right now, he ain't got none of y'all niggas here for nothing. You ain't put all of y'all through what y'all been through for nothing either. Everything that you've been through is meant to be consolidated, to building you the structure of who you supposed to be. Not for right now. Y'all think that, man, y'all ain't even know who y'all supposed to be. Y'all don't even know who y'all are yet, right? Because it ain't happened yet, right? When it happens, there is a energy inside of you, and all of us, they're all going to play different parts. But you will become a more powerful being than you understand. But that's only until you get tapped out of this room and tapped into the realm of the Most High. You got to become one with the mist. You got to become one with what you would think is that blackness, what all the rest of the world might call evil, because it's doing evil shit to them. That don't mean it's evil, nigga. God is in charge of all the evil. God is the one that made evil, nigga. Like, so if y'all don't understand it, then you don't understand him. And y'all don't want to obey it because y'all don't want to respect his authority. And that it actually comes with discipline. Something that ain't good, nigga. That's the one thing that the Most High has that ain't no good for none of you niggas. That's his discipline. When you talk about his authority, his authority stands. You only get discipline if you don't respect his authority. Now, who he decided to give his authority over to and orchestrate his justification, that ain't your business if you don't play that part. Do you understand me? So if he not called you to that part, if you don't recognize yourself as that part, if the Bible does not describe you as that part, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Most High gonna take you out because you trying to step on his toes. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna get real dangerous for anybody who don't want to recognize the position that he put you here for. If you're a woman, damn it, be a woman. Operate in feminine energy, and that's it. Don't operate in masculine energy. That ain't, you're gonna get punched for that. I promise you. Because the field is almost here. What field? This ain't the field of dreams I'm talking about right now. It's the field of war. Okay? That he been called me to. I'm finna ready to welcome all of you niggas to my playing field. I told you at the end of the day. And I'll describe to you out of them scriptures where he showed me who I am. Alright? Because none of y'all niggas didn't want to be that. We get it. Alright? So I showed you who I was. And then I told you who y'all was. It's somewhere around Revelation 18 or 19. I know you don't like that. But you also don't like this. It's justification. You don't like the way the prophecy plays out. When we tell you who we're using, when it tells you who we're using, you don't like it. You act like you don't condone it. Well, the Most High condone his to operate his justification. You don't like it? Well, that ain't none of my business. That's you and the Most High. I'm still operating under the Most High business. And we might meet each other one day. But it won't be for you to ask me no questions. We won't even let you talk. It ain't nothing to say, dog. Don't you know how we operating this through his discernment? My nigga, when this war pop off, do you think that you're going to be able to call this on your own? You think you're going to be able to make up who your enemies are? He said he'd send your enemies to you. But how you going to be able to tell who they are or not if you don't got the spirit of discernment? You're going to need that. That means you got to eat up, dog. Your spirit weak, you ain't going to have it. That means you got to eat that word. You want discernment? You want to be able to recognize the enemy when the enemy's coming? When it pops up on you in 0.2 seconds and know how to respond? Bro, you better start reading them scriptures. You better start stopping and liking these messages so your algorithm can show you more so your ass ain't damaged at the end of the day. You sitting there watching, waiting, thinking everybody else gonna go down, but you still living in the midst of that society. Fool your ass going with it. Why you think the Most High told his people to come out of it? The Babylon's getting ready to be destroyed, dog. It's getting ready to fall, okay? And the falling is not being a wasteland. The falling part is when all these people start turning themselves over to the mark of the beast, okay? That's when they fall. Then the angels tell the Most High, Babylon has fallen. So at this point, yet, it really ain't fell yet. Babylon is up and still going, nigga. We ain't riding out here. I ain't hanging through this sunroof yet waving at you niggas. When Babylon fall and fell, you gonna know. Gonna be hanging out this damn window, nigga. I know what time it is. Y'all might not. Okay. So if you see me doing it, and you can clock me and calculate me all you want. But then what you gonna have to figure out is, damn, how this nigga operating? It must be the Most High. I'm waiting for that day. Cause that day, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna show out. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're gonna keep talking about how we supposed to get the land back and all this, that, and the third, but we still sitting here trying to buy it? Come on, dog. And let me tell you what they're gonna try to do anyway. You go out there, you spend $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 on an acre of land, right? Right? Less than 2 years later, they call a system upon the world. They coming to confiscate your land. Then what you gonna do? You ain't heard about that? Bro, you know when they wanted oil drilled on certain places and they needed this man to sell his farm? And these is white people too. And they ain't sell. What happened to them? Go look up the stories. None of their families are there, bro. Most of those corporate lands that got the oil on it and shit, there used to be families there before that, and they told them they ain't want to sell. They got that land anyway. Look up the family. They all dead, nigga. All of them dead. Unless they sold and became millionaires. But they was already rich in land and in wealth and in self-sufficiency. They were rich in that already. But higher grounds came by and said, nah, we need the grounds that you live on. And they gave them a couple of opportunities. I don't know if y'all heard about these stories or not, but I heard it a long time ago, and I can't tell you the truth that I know for a fact, that these things is a fact, but these are things that I heard, and I really believe it. The way America playing right now, I really believe those things are true, okay? But even if we don't know, and you just hearing it from my mouth, and I'm saying I don't really got the, I don't really have the confirmation on everything that I heard, but I'm telling you it's what I heard, right? But what I'm saying is, they think that America, they own all of America, okay? So they'll sell you a piece of their land, but at the end of the day, they feel they still own it. Because when they don't, and you don't want to get up off that land, you know what they're gonna come and try to do, right? All right, so bet. So why would we waste money trying to buy land right now, right? When we know that it's around the corner and it's supposed to be coming to us, right? I don't give a damn. If you renting a crib, you got mortgage, you paying. If you are in a tough situation, before anything, don't get none of that shit up. Before anything, what I want you to do, you go out here and you go take this land back, dog. I don't care how crazy you think you got to be to do it. You crazy enough to let somebody take what's from yours that you built up under your feet to stop you from living? Or you got enough balls to get out here and do what the fuck the Most High told you to do, nigga? Because I ain't trying to hear no bitching at the end of the day. Because a lot of you niggas that didn't want to move, right? Like certain content creators that think they got it all well and good and planned out. Nigga, we coming for y'all, bro. You think you good until we come up in there and your shit is mine, my nigga. And I ain't just doing it for me. I'm going to give it to a pal of mine that I know need that. You ain't out here doing no work. You still living off the system, remember? You still trying to program their system. You funding their system. You supporting their system still, right? Right? We all got on the same wave. We started doing this. You stayed with that. Talking about, oh, the Most High is just going to bless me and baptize. Now, shut the fuck up, man. He ain't blessing shit. He taking all this shit down, bro, and resetting it. It ain't saying that you're going to be left with nothing. It's saying we left with everything, nigga. Everything. You give up what you got now, and you want to increase tenfold. Why? Because 90% is getting ready to be left to us. All that shit's gone, bro. Feel me? So who's there to bask in the ambience at the end of the day? When all you niggas is gone, raft and poured out, wars is over, everybody's shot in the head, dead, died from starvation, nigga. You got muckers out here like me, still prancing and dancing around this mug. And you want to be trying to figure out why. Why you dead? Why? I told you when we got out there, skip to my loot, my friend. But y'all ain't want to play the game. Y'all knew they was setting you up. You still ain't want to play the game. You said, oh, I'm going to just be a martyr, make it to heaven. No, nigga, we supposed to be making it to the supper of the Lamb. Don't nobody die there, bro. If you die before the supper of the Lamb, you're not making it. Remember, Jesus said, to who will overcome if you keep my works to the end, to eat I'll give to over the power of the nations. He ain't said what happens to the ones who didn't keep his word. Nigga, you dead. Hey, I'm not feeling Jesus. I'm telling you what I know. The same thing that was speaking to him, the same thing that's giving you the extra message, the elaboration, dog, what he could have said. For those that keep my works to the end, to thee I will give to them the power of the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. And to those who didn't, hey, I ain't adding or taking away to the word, but I'm letting you know, for y'all who didn't, you're gonna die. Straight up. But I got scriptures to prove that part too, dog. Revelation 18, read it. It's at the end. Or 19, it's at the end. Where even the blood of the The saints, prophets and of saints was found slain in the midst of Babylon. So who being protected again? Huh? You think you was protected by the Most High? You thought you was protected by the Most High? You only protected by these words, dog. Get your boots on and get ready for war. It's your boy Don Illuminati, man. Get at me. One love.
Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it. Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it. They will not leave me the rope. 100 miles off the coast. They cannot follow my flow. I put the go in the goat. I put the me in the them. I put the I in the him. I am inspired cause I am the win. I did not come for the game of the friends. I did not come to deceive ya. I just been killing my season. Enemies wanna be reaching. Sending my dog to be feasting. Many done burn the machine in. I just been turning the green in. They just been looking me mean in. I just been looking so clean in. I just been running a while. Talking about wars and lines. But you know we best out line. You ain't ready for the dime. Kill it all the time. Time to illuminize. You ain't see me camouflage, even if you ain't see me in a while. Why would you light up a torch that you can't even afford? That's my start up a war. I just be running my course, living the sin versus God's plan. I just leave it in God's hand. I got the smithing in my hand. You better stop it, it's not jam. Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it. Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it. Should be on fire like hot damn. I just be riding like fireman. Running my troops with the siren. They gon' be running like I ran. Finagle the bagel like whipped cream. Whipping the whip like I'm 16. What can you say that it's big dreams? Tryna figure what the shit means. That means I'm HLIC. Bet I'm not giving no flack. Giving the breeze. Pull up a squeeze. Pull up my G's. I got it for free. And we taking shots on the half court. Not the game that you asked for. Know the story we can fast forward. Might get a call for your last draw. You must have play on my playground. Say what you say, we don't wave rounds. How does my infantry taste now? You so must be on the way down. You must have played with the dark side. I got the miss with a park ride. Hell made for your last time. Cause it's hella scary when your ass die. You best to pray to the gods. Cause niggas came memorized to get you revived. Get it or not, we did it or not. So now we can care if you die. I'm camouflaged cause I'm just a dime. Swing a baton, espionage, appear on your lies, on enemy lines, and they on your mind. Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it. Thou shalt not bring me to war. I got a two-edged sword. I'll be receiving awards. I got the keys in the doors. Thou shalt not ever ignored. Even the heavens adored. I will forever endure. I will do anything for it.